incredible performance before, but look at that Paranoia's timing. Instantly going to stop the progress. Burns a little bit. The util has to going a little bit trickier, but beautiful from Dodds. Great footwork to take down Mimi, but it's not without at least a casualty on the other side. Michaela has fallen. So now it's not, you know, completely safe, but they've secured a portion of this B side. They could still pivot through towards A.
Yeah, the great read coming through here from the IGL on the crew side of things. Found the gap and quickly gonna make their way towards this A side, and Dodds is on the move. She has not slowed down here, Lauren. That's gonna give the side of crew a lot of information. They should be able to set up in these posts. Not a lot of utility though to stop this retake coming through.
Yeah, I'm eyeing up Petra, who's got the dart there. We still have Rescue with a fair bit of util, 2 smokes with Vanya. On the other side, it is starting to look a little bit lighter on the util, right? They burn a lot of it getting towards B, but Kinnear waiting, it's Dodds, it's all of them. Line him up, G2 looking a little late to the party here, and Petra last to fall before she does. That's the perfect start for crew. That to an extent, wondering, are they still there? Did they fall away? What's happened to this? Now contact towards long is really throwing off the picture here. Visa Crew Blaze now having attention across the map. I like the re-exploration from Rescue, maybe just trying to hold down towards sewers, is keeping some info going, but it still looks like Visa Crew Blaze are heading towards that C side.
Petra should not have gone down there. Vanya finding a nice equalizer. Rescue has a lot of information. She knows that the breach is lurking around. The spike, it's stuck towards long C. Covey though, Amy, she's all alone.
But where's the rest of the team? Because I thought they'd try and gap close on that with that crunch through from CT, but now the timing's a little offset here. Romy and Biazik have to try and work this one up here. Amy on that deeper off angle, gonna make it very difficult to safely enter towards the site. As Romy now feels like a formality. G2 not falling for that push.
She's in for a world of hurt.
This late ball down. The angle's not good. That was rough. Rescue does the best she could. Gonna find 2, but it is answered back. So I guess at the end of the day, they're going to be able to go towards that A site if they want to, with Near on the carpet rolled out, right? It looks a little bit comfortable. Mimi is here, but I like this
huge information. Work. Yeah, that camera's just going to catch the flank coming through. Mimi's all on her lonesome, though. The dart doesn't ping.
Okay, but the Paranoia is still there. Still so diligent. That's wild that got sent in.
Yeah, I can't believe they blinded when that dart didn't ping, but crew getting the read. This is going to be a really tough 2v3. At least Vanya, though, has the blind in her back pocket. If Amy can use this cage, isolate one of the angles, and they just 2v1 one of these fights.
Okay, it's go time, right? Opted to Paranoia over towards Graffiti, outdoing it, and now down to the 1v1. Romy against Amy, and it is the Cypher diff for Amy. G2 getting close.
Need to help her out here, though.
Yeah, but the site is feeling so smothered here. You could already see it. Look at the util. The Petra stayed alive until then. Dodds clears it. Maybe pinged out, not sure, but it looked like just that Paranoia stopped any sort of work forward for Petra. But I want to talk about the security of the site, and it looks good. Smokes are in play. No one's going to make a quick play off this. Mimi's still got a bit of utility and a long time for that stun to come back up, though.
Look at Rescue setting up in that heaven. She wants to flood out of this spawn. They want to have a quick retake here off the back of Neon.
It's go time. We're looking at it. How much can Rescue do? Not enough. It's Amy trying to follow it up, but the trades go back and forth, but it's Mimi left in a 1v3. Cleared up. Contact here, really. If they try and just contact up, it's not going to be good enough. No, absolutely not. Mimi so clean with it, and now Kinnear left on an island. Very little support on the way. Tricky predicament as Rescue was already in that deep off angle, sat down by Quad. Quick follow-up from Biazika. This is too controlled. They have too much of a read, it feels like. G2 goes in. Odds go further. It feels like a death trap, but a reward. A big reward for Dodds. Back-to-back impact. CT is controlled. Finally, a little offset. But a 3v5 is not impossible. It's just improbable.
Very improbable. The one way, even making sure that that's even more difficult of a task. Yeah, it seems like G2, they just want to potentially do some damage here and hold on to their weapons. This operator is too damn expensive. I was worried there on the hit there, Lauren, for crew, because they had to use too much utility for Petra and for Rescue. So a little bit of nerves, maintaining that A, and now Mimi is under a lot of pressure.
The only one to really slip through is Dodds, however. The rest respecting the smoke, and the backfill is there. Mimi going to slip further forward, but doesn't land a shot. And crew are cleaning up, controlling that B site. Dodds on patrol at the back as well, waiting for anyone to dare step through those smokes. Rescue, Petra, Amy. Again, these 3v5 post plants, this is getting very, very difficult. Look at the post plant setup as well. Super deep positioning, very prepared for it. Even Romy literally in spawn.
Ooh.
Dodds is allowing no step further. I think Petra and Rescue, I mean, it's time to back away. Keep that up. Maybe just hold for maybe an exit or two, but that's the best you're gonna get here. Is the option now to start seeing G2 be more proactive? Christine, what's your solution to seeing this now?
That is, I mean, it's all about trying to counter Konir right now. Konir is calling incredibly well. We saw them pressuring down towards that A main for the last several rounds. In this round, a quick misdirect with that fast B pressure.
Oh, they clean up. Let's get spotted. Petra, I think, just looked back for a glance and spotted Romy, but that's a nuisance, that's a problem. They have to clear sight fast and the time is ticking. Crew have util, they've got positions down long. This is near on impossible here. Only a shock dart really to play with. I mean, maybe. Well, I'll keep my mouth shut. I'll keep my mouth shut. The ult is there if they need anything. Oh my god, Dodds and Romy. Yeah, this has been a real push and pull so far. G2 didn't like what they were seeing in middle, rightly so, and they went,
oh no,
gotta go see.
That delayed plant might ruin G2 here.
See if it costs them. 3 down towards long. The paranoia is really so.
What? The dart!
That was so damn good. Mimi is going to be so furious, but Petra digging in on this round, but it's all down to Vanya. Visa Crew, Blaze pick up where they left off. 3 alive.
They don't know yet how many members are behind them.
Yeah, this is going to be so awkward, and already you can see the Suns exchange. It's Romy to draw blood. Mimi's gone down, but the time is ticking. G2 side, but Dodds now takes only 1. Petra, 7 HP and a bit of a dream here. In a 2v2, this was never meant to be this close. But Visa Crew, Blaze never down and never out, but Amy asked a big question that she has the answer to with the Red Bull clutch.
Goodness.
Straight into it. Okay, Hunter's Fury going to be tagged, and the kill. Petra seems good for those today. Bierzik is going to go down, which is a little bit of a problem. Does Rescue then feel prompted to take the space? Because already Kinnear backfilling, sitting in towards trade, trying to sit towards the site. G2 starting to sweep here. This is where my eyes go towards Dodds. Do we have some mad impact? I don't know how much Romy can really play her in off this, but let's see what Dodds can bring. Look like just a real set piece from G2, headstrong in towards that A site. But Dodds is deadly. 20 kills. Looking for someone who dare challenge. And yeah, okay, Rescue sharp with it there. So this is where the threat really starts to be mitigated. Romy can try and make a go of it, but the options are pretty much gone at this point.
Pretty much gone. There was a slight chance. I think that wall actually cut Romy's line.
Dodds is here.
For G2. 20 seconds left on the clock.
Hunter's
Oh,
Fury.
that's so early.
Dodds still evades it. Yeah, they're going to find Amy on this one. This is still going to pieces. G2 looking like they're in danger because of Dodds is holding the door and no one's coming through. Vanya dead, Petra dead. And Mimi joins them in their grave. The Fedora gets invested and all has gone wrong. So away we go. G2 start clearing in, but it's looking at Rescue.
Everyone from Crew is here.
They are all on site, and Dodds has made it there. Kinnear as well. Kinnear now turns eyes towards the back of the site. Crew, right place, right time again.
This is the second time now, pushing all the way through A main.
I mean, look where Dodds and Michaela both went down. You surely don't expect more aggression, but then Visa Crew Blaze absolutely keep going. But it's down to 2, right? Romy and Bierzik. Now, Bierzik did clear that back line, so they know there's no one in the cubby, there's no one towards long. Romy had to at least get 1 there, I feel, to make it doable. Now this should be a formality, but I've been wrong in the past, I'll be wrong again, I don't mind. Vanya, gonna take a little bit of chip on that.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's another one too. Okay. Still got a dart as well. Bierzik, calm down here. Stun's invested. They know that where at least one of these players is and saw the breach stun. Bierzik can paint a picture and a good one too, but time is ticking. She's got to get a move on. Spots the shoulder, but the shoulder's not enough. It's fine, all good. All good. It's totally fine. I'll speed yourself from the dart, it looks like. Rescue gonna go in from that. But the response is there, and Crew are there. Just sheer and utter resilience. Dodds again. The name up in lights. Visa, Crew, Blaze are absolutely the real deal. 13-8, Christine.
I cannot believe that, Lauren. The way that they just annihilated in this last round. I was still thinking in my head how G2 are going to actually make this comeback happen because these rounds have been so close. But Crew making a statement in that last round. So damn decisive. Checkmate here for themselves, and it lands.
Okay, yeah, that should be stunning. It's going to be 2. 2 is good, but it's answered back. Where the hell did... And look at middle, look at middle. Oh my god, Michaela's positioning. Did she get spotted dipping back in? I don't know if Amy saw her or not. I think she, yeah, definitely hears her. No trips as well through market. So again, maybe able to catch a pixel crossing towards the side, but no, just looked away. Camera gets spotted, but they're going to get a plant for this.
They will, and Amy's not feeling secure enough to hold her ground, trying to wait for her teammates to regroup with her. It's going to give a lot of space for KRU to get in optimal post-plant positions here. The fact that they have market control is going to mean a lot in this post.
Paranoia just in 3 seconds on a smoke as well. Kinnear can buy so much time and cause so many problems. Yeah, Amy's been caught by this. Does get away with her life, though. That's pretty important. They still have the camera on the plant. They've got so much more in this post-plant setup. This is going to be very difficult. They've got to get... Look at these crossfires again in this next layer here. 3 of them swinging. Still a player by main playing patient for the camera as well. Romi's there, utility comes in. This is so difficult. Amy does well, but 15 HP is going to be low. Trying to clear through on Michaela, who's dug in deep, not letting this one slip. Petra, I mean, the cam's there. What more are you meant to do? There is nothing more to be done. Highlighted, shown, shots in, but it does not matter. Yeah, clearing to release, not deep back pillar, but that close left cubby. They can take a couple steps out. Dodds does get a challenger, and Amy's clean enough on that one. Dodds couldn't adjust in time. Mid is rewarded for KRU, though. Michaela was kind of creeping up here. We're going to have the smoke coming in as well. You're right. Info should be free-flowing now. Petra decides now to shut the door. I don't know. Going to at least force them to show their hand. Those 2 players in middle are keeping options open for rotations. Like, Petra. Rechecking that is huge.
Huge awareness. I think Biazik wanted one of her teammates to also pressure market at the same time. Breakdown in comms, but that's a great equalizer for the IGL.
This is getting really messy, though. It puts a lot on the plate of potentially Vanya, who's just kind of playing that safe spot angle, probably just for the audio cue of the plant, potentially. You can already see Michaela's managed to get so much space as well.
Left.
So for the likes of Amy and Mimi, players are packed, right? You're just going to try and work yourself together once they've got the plant down, once you've got a little bit of, I guess, confirmed knowledge. Otherwise, there's so much unknown here. So these steps have all been heard. Vanya has been here the whole time. Paranoia, smokes, TP, everything. Stun there?
They don't know.
No way, yeah. I mean, you wouldn't expect it. Vanya's been very quiet so far, and trying to be proactive again is something that I think they're getting to grips with here, G2 goes in. They're learning what KRU want to do, but that was the bonus, and KRU looks slippery on this map.
Very slippery. Vanya did a well job there to stay alive.
Deep smoke towards CT on the one-way. You're going to use the wall to try and get in. The Paranoia is really good. Do they get revealed? Yes, they do, but can they get punished? Vanya's still alive here, still going to go down, and does take one with her. Petra now in support. Tries to keep this under control, but Romy succeeded in towards middle, and suddenly the backline ain't so safe. You got issues, and Romy is that problem.
Oh boy.
Does manage to slip through just to the left, find a little bit of a corner of safety. Mimi has the flash out, but it's Petra finding the kill. Now Kinnear gonna get noted on the ult there, gonna get flashed up, forced to fall away, has no audio cues now for herself. TP's up towards the top and drops down, trying to keep them guessing, trying to keep them honest, but she can't hear when that diffuser's been started, and she can't see the spike moving up either. She has no idea Mimi is sitting that in front of her eyes. The hole can get overwhelmed quite easily, but you can see the slowdown on towards short. You've got the elbow crunch coming in, and Amy's still here. Amy is still here, and she's still firing on all cylinders. Kinnear's gone down, and oh, Dodds, that was so sharp. They're so satisfying. Dodds with the follow-up as well. Amy's gone down. Suddenly KRU starting to control towards the site. Asking a lot now. Mimi and Vanya, the ult, ineffective as Vanya gets a second chance at this. But all the meanwhile, where is Mimi in this? Very passive towards top middle, because KRU are looking for a pick still.
Look at the amount of utility coming up from Mimi as well. Both players, Vanya, gonna double back and regroup.
Cover going out.
Love the moves coming out here from the defenders. Both teams of the attackers, this is a lot of sound cues though. They can hear this from top mid.
You can see the reaction. Mimi, Vanya, both here gonna hear it. Romy on the cross gonna get punished. Spike's now down. You've got 10 seconds here. Zeke just has to be, I mean, you shouldn't be able to get away with this. That's a 1v1, but I guess in the meantime, Vanya is making the great escape. 5 seconds, all you gotta do is live. That is the singular purpose here, is just stay alive, and the round is yours. G2 goes in up to 4. Tucson knows there's gonna be some information on the back line, but she can then give confidence that 3 players who are still dedicated towards the site, hit and run for Petra, does her job, smokes it down, I'm out. Backs up towards top mid, tees up the rest. Rescue holds onto the entrance, no one's making it through. The smoke's in play. Biazik and Romy there's not much more to be achieving, and this is very difficult. 23 HP as well. They just have no steps. I mean, outdone, outmaneuvered by Petra, slipping right down middle, hearing those audio cues, and just completely denying any of that trickiness they may have wanted. And Rescue gonna make it hurt. Vanya shuts down the account. It's 6 now for G2.
Oh, and that's a rough way to end the round as well. KRU.
They have the 3 that we were kind of talking about. They've had it for a moment, but this time investment instantaneous. Petra has fallen, but there's still a lot of players towards Elbow, but the TP's lovely. I really like this, actually. Rescue, though, in danger. It's Michaela to find Vanya. Rescue just lost in the source, but finds a way out. Finds a way out. Spots Neo, takes them down, and Rescue just tries to fall away for a second. Give her a breath and goes back for more. Just trying to spam out towards Elbow. Amy now going to try and fill the void, but the aim not clean enough here. Rescue still putting in damage, but it's KRU overall coming away, at least with the advantage in players, but timing is everything. They miss each other by a step and a second, but Mimi is here. They look like they want to clear out towards CT, and look, KRU have been willing to rotate around this map as much as they feel like is possible. I think that's a pixel spotted. That's a cam there. That's a player. And Romi's got it. Safe pair of hands in the end. KRU. Excuse me. Turn around. Turn around. Bright eyes. Turn around. Michaela, how are you getting away with that? That Prowler just didn't go around the corner. And it's an absolute nightmare in the making. G2 are going to be kicking themselves about that one, but it ain't over yet. It's a 2v4. Amy and Vanya trying to work this out, and Amy getting curious, getting closer, but can't get it done. Dodd's going to hold that smoke, make sure no one threatens the plant. It's Vanya now in a 1v4, and KRU carving out what looks like a little bit of a resurgence here. How much can Vanya achieve, though?
She's playing the long con.
That is a long, long way.
This is a Corp and Con League type of play here. Holy. Gonna double back. That TP sound cue, it didn't come off, so she has a good chance of catching Konier off guard. Smoke back in play to be able to play with this spike.
Why does this make me nervous? There shouldn't be any nerves because Romi's got ult. Biazik has utility as well, but Vanya managed to slip through. Oh my good God, Vanya, if you do this, this would be absolutely out of this world. It's not to be. This game looked like a totally different affair. Hold on, I'll come back to that point because we are right off the rip with this, and Dots was sick and tired of how that first half went. And look at this crunch. Look at this crunch. Petra tries to put up some numbers, finds 2, but still, that was so aggressive. G2 are barely making it towards A. It's like we've just left spawn.
Yeah,
how are they
here?
here?
The camera. Look at the camera, Michaela. I hope she doesn't pop this until way later so they can actually see where the post-plant positionings are. A double flank. This sort of timing can really catch off guard. Now they've spotted both players. It was a little early.
Because now they can reposition here. There's still the paranoia on Vanya too. Mimi's got utility. Mimi had to break that trip, or at least one of the players had to break the trip and go towards that side of the map, or at least into the post plant. So they actually might be very cognizant of someone sitting towards CT, stunned towards that default site. The paranoia doesn't matter. Michaela able to see enough to take away Vanya, leaving Mimi in a 1v2. 2 flashes. But I've been told that anyone under the age of 30 can turn those flashes like it's nothing, but Romi just pushes forward. It's Rescue again, getting so close. I don't want to say for free, but the timing of this, we're at 125, and already they are in the door. The Dart's going to get a lot of information off this one. Mimi's going to be pretty much outlined, but it's Vanya to find Biazik. Michaela playing from the back pillar is going to be smothered, surely. Yeah, can't find a fair fight. They are just so oppressive. Dodds gets caught. G2 storm that B site. That was just so powerful.
Yeah, that was a type of strat where G2 kind of said, we're just better. We're just better. Let's just overwhelm, overpower, and just do what we do.
Vanya's certainly capable. Noted, falls away. Plays him. Actually, it's Amy who gets played in. That's perfect! Back-to-back impact. Amy finds 2. Petra claims Konier, leaving it now down to a fair 2v2. Biazik has a little bit of a glance here. We still know that Petra's towards CT where the spike is planted. Oh, that was huge! Towards this retake situation. Dodd's quickly going to divide right back around towards Elbow. There is a player there. That's going to be Mimi. Maybe trying to address that ult. Take Mimi away from the equation, and Dodds does just that. But Petra's approach might just be perfect. Takes down 1, but Biazik turns around. Petra falls. Now Vanya left in a 1v2. It was 3. She is very capable. She is very scary, and she might be the player to do this. Half, diffuse, achieved! Belter from Vanya. 1 more is all she needs! That is a Red Bull clutch. and that is why Vanya scares the life out of people in the server. The rotation from Dodds, but Kinnear, that's beautiful. Vanya down on 4 HP. Ult comes in, should confirm there's only one towards the side, but it's Romy who's going to be watching the cross. Rescue, gonna find Kinnear.
Wow.
Oh dear, get stopped in your tracks. Biazik now is just the last one alive. That operator ripped out of her hands. Rescue having her round now. It's 12 for G2. Dodds completely forgets about Amy, and you can't. Dodds was just so drilled in on watching towards main that she just didn't see the player to the side. And that's a massive advantage considering Dodds was very close to that ult. That could have been utilized here, but now gone. It spurred G2 back in towards this way. Romy tries to hold, does do very well. Takes away Amy and slips away herself, so doesn't get traded and kind of reset this at a 4v4.
The communication coming through though, that Romy is very low. A lot of util on her back, but none of the big ones that Rescue can just flood into with.
Here we go! G2 again prioritizing this kind of CT deeper plant, it looks like, but it's Biazik gonna find Rescue. This is now looking better in the hands of Visa Crew plays, but the plant is in and the time is on G2's side. Petra waiting towards CT, the ult coming in from Michaela, gonna force maybe G2 a little bit deeper. Vanya, if anything, it's encouraging her, but now stunned up and in trouble, takes the TP, and Petra takes over. Takes away Romy and looks to the left. Looks for another target, finds two. Petra heating up here, Biazik last alive and last to fall. G2 are back in the series, tying us up at 1 apiece.
And what a high five play there between Petra and Vanya to close things out at the end. Vanya just making sure she rendezvous back over with Petra, and the wide swing. 26 kills for the side of Petra, just putting out a statement in this second match. Bro, both KO knives already used towards a main. They don't care about the lines, Lauren. They're just taking a brawl.
We've got sheriffs, we've got them just walking. Ooh, what is this? What am I witnessing? This is just like gone so topsy-turvy. Okay, fair enough. Finally, it simmered down a little bit, but at this point, that was a nuts start. We've got 4 still alive for Visa Crew play.
This positioning, oh my god, Petra.
Petra. Oh, Michaela turned around. I mean, to be fair, I don't understand what I'm seeing. You know what? Can we just pause? I don't understand it. Can we just slow it down a little bit? I don't.
Yeah, I mean, G2 just got completely punished. They got completely punished, tried to make a quick push happen. Vanya did spot out the little barrel. If she's able to even get away with 1 kill, she'll be happy, but... okay, she's happy.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Dodds and try and get back to business, but that paranoia was from a mile away, and Dodds might just get the timing of the gods here, but it goes Amy's way. G2 now open up their chances, right? They've gone past that threatened middle. How are you meant to do this against 2? I mean, going around the world maybe, but that timing is going to be no chance of it for Romy, but here's nothing.
And she's got a Spectre. Romy's got a Spectre, and she's got to play this post from mid-range to long range, so it's getting even more difficult by the second.
It's the current army. It's going to be buffed. It's fine. All good. The spam is going to have to be very on point here from this Bulldog. Kinnear going to find this tricky, but that's 3 players lined up. That ain't bad. It was a valiant attempt, but now it's on Romy, and that Spectre is starting to struggle. That's the issue here. Diffuse is still going, and it doesn't stop. G2.
Oh, no!
Oh, it all good. No, it's not good. Okay, and again, we go again. Rinse and repeat. Amy in the middle of no man's land. There's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Visa Crew Blaze punishing G2 goes in. Rescue just set adrift at that point. The tag was not enough.
Yeah, things have just gone wrong, but you know what, Lauren? Those are the kinds of rounds that are easiest to shake off.
Suddenly it's game on, but Rescue again, not what you want to be seeing with that. Knives going completely astray. And Visa Crew plays still with 3 with the defuse, but there's Hunter's Fury. Gonna drag them away for it. Doesn't get the follow-up on the kill of it. No, Kinnear gonna find Mimi. It ain't over yet. It might be now, though, as the final player falls, but that got close. But at 6-1, close isn't enough. Oh, with the site, though. Michaela wants to try and get that going. It's Roman to find Mimi. That starts the problem. That starts the ball rolling downhill. It's Amy to fight back. Rescue does land a good shot. That's what she needed. And now the final 2 players are cut off at middle. Too far away to really have any sort of impact in denying the defuse. And G2 finally breaking back in this game. Angle. She has been spotted as well. That's tricky. Stunning from Petra. And the follow-up, no. Dodds is there to put her down, but still trying to get away with one is good. Mimi trying to backfill the space, but traded out. Kinnear still there, and mid is a problem, and they are knocking at the door on B as well.
The reposition, Konir, this is so huge!
Oh, that could have been 2. That should have been 2. But now it's a 3v2 in favor of G2. Lots of 2s there. Rez in as well. Mimi's now back on her feet. So we need an over-delivery. We need Michaela or Romy to go above expectation. Michaela wants to go at it. Does only get 1, so now it's on Romy in a 1v3. Damage done towards Amy.
Destroyed.
Still, this is very difficult. Romy has to try and find a mistake. Amy goes ahead, spots out the player, but Romy gets to sit back again. They got to get working towards the spike here. ResQ gonna try and get the tap towards it. Force the fight, but Romy up to the damage. And oh, Mimi just about gets there in time, but close as you like. The fuse is fine. But G2 again, down to that final member.
All the dart.
Be a little bit of a problem, but actually they get to skip on past, but now the fight towards CT breaks out. A fight on 2 fronts, but KRU is winning out here. Man advantage up. ResQ gonna try and even this back down to a 3v3. Tap on the spike, forcing the hand of KRU to go for the fight here. ResQ again, but Kinnear, you can't forget about Kinnear in the back. Lines, 3 big kills. This is... Okay, so the exchanges, they give up the site, but they clear middle. Okay, this time they've done it cleanly as well. So Romy goes down, so the back line is cleared up. They're not too worried about that. That's Michaela. I'm not sure what you were after there. That felt a little unnecessary. Very possible round considering how clutch they've been so far. But now down to 1. The dart's fantastic. You're going to keep track of Kinnear. 1v3 is a lot to ask for. Does have ult. Maybe the first exchange here was a bit cleaner. I could have seen something, but now the defuse starting and not stopping. Vanya doesn't need to stop, doesn't need to go off this, and eventually Vanya will shut down any threat in the end as well. 8-4. Waiting for the dart to come in, does light them up, and there's the damage. Dodge right away, ripping the heads off of 2. And Bierzic's there as well. This is looking like it's wrapped up here. KRU just destroying them. And Amy's got nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to go. You're gonna have to start digging deep. Kinnear does get overwhelmed, and that is a massive start to things. Romy is going to be holding that push up towards the site, though. Nice work on the angle. Maybe didn't have to stick around so long on that. That's another Bulldog now picked up. And that's pretty big. I mean, the other weapons you have in play is the Outlaw, the Spectre, and I guess there is still the Bulldog with Michaela, but that's a plant, post-plant here now. And all the other players from Visa Crew Blaze are pretty far away, excluding maybe Bierzik. So still got the dart to play with, but hard to make this valuable now, considering the positions G2 are in.
Here.
Hello. Oh, the timing is so good. Vanya being herded forward and gets pinged on the dart as well. Shock dart there, but the Bulldog in hand. And now Vanya has to clutch up for G2, and she does! Where they need her most. She gets them a goddamn ace.
She never slowed down either, even in that last kill, just booking it.
Pretty clear. 1 player up towards heaven. That's about it. So Plant should be in fun. You're looking at this kind of 3-play pack working their way through middle currently. Maybe the paranoia to be primed by Kinnear. Pressure those back lines. The 3-2 split, 2 on the site, 3 down long. See if they can make it at least look a little scary. Oh, that's nice from ResQ.
Nice little farm session. Yeah, mirror comps, the same comps, so the same kind of start in this anti-eco, right? We saw the defenders starting towards A, and since G2 hit B, they just collect the orb and initiate their flank. Oh, okay. Well,
Oh, it's not in the highlight reel, but, you know, another orb, I guess. Hopefully no one's going to be on light shields. Nah, it's fine. Kinnear's going to opt for the spike anyway, and Romy, same thing. So, 4 alive for G2. Dart, I'd imagine. As Dodds is still back here, gonna be revealed and noticed, I think, at this point. No, managed to mostly evade it. Did get suppressed, so they know that someone was on the site, but 17 HP, and the timing on the smoke is perfect. A quick hit and run, but it's G2 smothering the site who get the security. So the plant can come in, and the final 2 players, I mean, it's a Marshal and it's gonna be a Sheriff, so not too much to worry about, I say, with bated breath. There's an Outlaw?
I'll hold my breath with you.
Yeah.
Might be able to get away with some damage here, Konir. Able to pick up that Vandal. G2 are playing this round so well.
Yep. You got to take no chances here. If you're at 6-10, you just had a bit of a I don't want to say blunder, but an awkward previous round. You don't want to be making mistakes, and there it is. So,
first setup right now. Dawes is on the back line, applying pressure and making sure G2 commit to this hit.
yeah, they are going for this as well. You're absolutely right, but Romy's got to be careful. Very, very vulnerable, but very well positioned. Safe from the dart and able to punish. Visa Crew Blaze should be happy with this so far. Vanya is still alive, so there is a danger in that regard. But they need the plant, they need the time on their side. A 2v4, you got to feel there has to be almost mistakes from Visa Crew Blaze to open up a chance back into it. Vanya has aced in the past, she has the paranoia, she's got the smoke, still got an owl drone as well. She's looking for an isolated fight. The barrel shows and the kill comes in. But in the meantime, Petra fell. So now Vanya is up against it. A 1v3. 3 for Visa Crew Blaze. And it's going to be Michaela.
The dart is still on the board, though. And Konir equalizing.
Wait, hold on. Does Vanya get checked on this, though? Yeah, she does. Okay, the ball was there. Quick TP. She needs out of there. She gets caught. Huge. Michaela going to open up chances here, but rescue. Huge start, and looks like it might be the huge end to this as well, but still firing, still going up top, and still connecting! Rescue! Living up to her name, keeping G2 alive when they needed her most, and she can't land the final one, but it doesn't matter. She's got teammates by her side, and it might be a team game. But even with all the time in the world here, Michaela can't do anything about this one. This one is wrapped up. G2 staying alive. It certainly does, though, but lit up like a Christmas tree. Romy, how are you alive? Petra's been so bang on the money with those, but still, I'm looking at Konir's positioning. Suppressed, yes, but they don't expect the angle, and suddenly it all goes topsy-turvy. Luckily, Rescue and Mimi are trying to put this one together, but it's getting dangerous. Romy's still in a good spot, gets taken away. 12 seconds, it was down to the wire, but I think they found stability now. Plants there for Biazik, and the knife to the throat. And this wrap is so audacious, but it's gonna be good so far. Back and forth between the two. Rescue, the tipper of the scales, leaving Konir and Michaela. The two are on the other side of the map to have to come all the way back around. And look who is locked in on this Rescue. Huge damage here. This could be the one, the heartbreaker. Michaela in a 1v3. Knife, 2 flashes. Vandals there. And the trip has to be broken. Camera in play. Really uncomfortable position for Michaela. And G2 are giving her nothing. It's silence. And it's almost deafening at this point for her. Looking for someone to make a mistake, and there are none. There's layers to this. Surely 12, it is G2. Any value for this? Can she be rewarded by any means? I think Mimi might have been tagged. Maybe a little bit of chip damage, but that's it at most. I don't even know if that was it, but the plant set, I don't think that's enough impact. A late lurk coming out from Romy, but we'll have to get rid of the trip. Actually, no, the knife landing, that does open up a little bit of a way forward. That's good, so maybe an unexpected flank here. Rescue does not know about this, but time is ticking. They gotta get a move on Romy. This is the time you have to strike now. Opportunity beckoning, and now Crew start to flood back in, but Amy, Petra, they deny it all! Legends for a reason. G2, no matter the odds, stick it through to the very end.
What an impressive comeback. And you know, we talked about it, the fact that G2, this is where their experience has to shine through. This is where the veterans have to step up and let each other know, hey, look, it was a tough start. Jitters might be in play, but we've
100%.
got this. We're the better team, and they absolutely show it here at the end.